All right, I'm back. So that Rust part took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to. Let's switch back over to here and figure out what's going on in DailyJoule land. Let's see, I don't even have things set up properly yet. Repos. DailyJoule. 3 days ago, huh? Oh, probably Dependabot pull requests. I should look at these at some point. But not right now. Let's look at projects. There we go. Backlog. There's a lot of things to do. Definitely. I will say, though, that the project has gotten me... I have been using this every day now to log my calories. It's not great. There are some things, I think, first and foremost, the thing I want to do, and I don't even know if it's on the backlog. I don't really care. It doesn't matter. This is my project. I say what happens and when. But let's see. I think we can definitely pull up Storybook. I know there's some stuff that's broken on that right now in terms of the documentation pages. I think are broken still, and I have not had time to fix that. And at some point, that'll be a thing to do because I like all of the features of Storybook. But this will be helpful because what I want to do today, and I may not have time for much else because I think lunch is in the works, is working on the diary page, right? So this is where you go and you are putting in what you've eaten for a meal. Yeah, this happens still. And I miss it because I miss the design tokens theme stuff that we can't see because the markdown stuff is broken. But yeah. So let's look at the diary. Do I have a diary page? Template? Basic? Here we go. So in the actual app, I'm also gonna let's get the app running as well. Docker Compose, get that running. So in the UI for the diary, there are sections for meals, right? And then we have like a summary here at the bottom of like everything that's in the meal. I think there are a couple of considerations. So one is that on a daily basis, I am actually interacting with this web UI on a mobile device. And is there a way so we can change, let's say, small mobile? So that's interesting because that's not really reflective of how the UI behaves. Or is it? It kind of is. I would like for there not to be a scroll bar here. Let's see. Small mobile is not. Here we go. Large mobile. Okay, so that's more reflective of the actual experience that I have. And this is okay. Okay, we can see the servings, so how much eggs and bacon. I don't eat eggs and bacon for breakfast usually, but it's just an example. Honestly, mostly what I do is I just use the quick add feature, which isn't present in this UI for some reason. I'm not sure why. That's interesting. Why is quick add not there? Let's take a look at that. Oh, right, and I don't have Docker running. Okay, we'll fix that. Let's see here. So, components, templates, diary. Don't need that side panel. And then diary stories. So we have the story. And the question is, why do we not have... So we have a connected diary component. And then that uses the diary component, which shows the meals. And what controls the availability of the quick add button? Or is that something... Huh. Interesting. What does editable mean here? Quick add to meal. Like, shouldn't this condition be present on both of these? And if so, yeah, then that should look like that. Okay. So where does editable come from? Editable. Is being passed in from the parent component, from the organism. Editable. Which is being passed in from the parent component, or is this connected? Wrapped in a connected component? No. Okay, editable is being passed in to this component. So the reason it's behaving like this is we need to add another story called editable, and we'll add an argument here. Hey, there we go. And then what else do we want to add? Date. We'll make up a date. On go to date will... I think we can leave that out, and it should be fine. User slug. There we go. Okay, so now... Cool. Let's get the... Oh, we got a grid. That's nice. Large mobile. So that's the basic view, and then we have editable view. There we go. Okay, the grid is kind of distracting and not necessary. So this is what I see, although with like breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snack items here. And we have add to breakfast and quick add. We should have... At least it doesn't navigate us. I would like to see actions down here in the UI. But anyway, so I got very distracted getting this set up properly. What I would like to do is have this show a total of how many calories have been logged for the day, and ideally contrasting that with how many are left. Because this is the view that I keep like on my phone, and I'm not switching around between multiple pages. I just want one view that's showing me kind of where I'm at in the day, so I can plan for, breakfast is always the same thing, and it's a small amount of calories. I'll eat something for lunch, and usually I want to figure out how many calories I have left for dinner. And so that's kind of the use case I'm thinking of here, right? So how is this going to work? I think I just want to have a section probably below the navigation element, because I want the navigation element on top. I think that feels right. And then before we start listing the meals, there will be a smallish area that will show like total calories consumed and left for the day, right? And I think that UI, where does that live? So the template is essentially where we're pulling in, like we're dispatching fetch diary, and we're getting information about meals and settings. or at least loading diary error. Select diary status. What is the settings? Settings loading. Okay. So is it in organisms where we're looking at settings? I'm just trying to figure out. Maybe this level is the right level to have like a diary status. For a given date. I think that's important as well. Like, I think I want this UI element to be present for any given day. Like, so if I go back to yesterday, I can see kind of a takeaway of how I did. Now, I think that could be kind of tricky if I change my goals, because I for now I think I'm not going to make it remember what my calorie goals were for past days. So it's going to compare like yesterday's calories consumed versus my current goals, even if they've changed. Now, I might change that at some point in the future because I can see why you would want to compare target versus achieved at the point in time when that occurred, especially if you're like looking a year in the past. You might have very different calorie targets, but I don't need to solve that now. And I think that ends up being a more complicated issue where we need to then either think about how we're going to like store past information, or we need to devise some more general purpose. The first thing that comes to mind is a thing from like the Clojure world, which is Datomic, or some other like immutable style data store where you're storing like these facts that are associated with a point in time. But I'm not going to do any of that right now. I'm just going to add this, and maybe we have all the information we need to make this UI component. So if this is in an organism, then I think we want to go down and we'll make this a molecule, diary status .tsx. Press Control-I to ask GitHub Copilot chat to do something. I've not tried this in a new file before, so let's try this. Create a React component and connected wrapper that shows the current user's calories consumed. I don't have a lot of hope that this is actually going to work for the day, and the remaining calories left according to their calorie goals from their user settings. Now I'm gonna save that as just a thing I can use as a comment, because like I said, I don't have a lot of hope that this is actually going to work that well, but trying to articulate what we want to achieve is useful in and of itself. So let's try that. That's even worse than I expected. That will be interesting if that actually worked. I don't think that will. So Now it's trying to import itself, which is very clever. So how do I normally go about defining? So we have a food search and then connected food search. So we'll say const diary status equals a thing. Const connected diary status. There we go. So I don't think we need a username, so I don't think that's necessary. Calories, remaining calories, calorie goal is interesting. I don't know that we need all three of those things passed in. What is it exported from the diary slice? Update consumption, select diary meals. I guess we could actually have a select calories. Let's take a look at this slice, right? So this is our Redux slices. So we have a diary that has meal with entries, and we could export const remaining calories. Actually, this is kind of interesting because I think how this has to work is that we're not going to pass in the date. Rather, we're going to rely on the current Redux state having the set of entries that correspond to the date that we're viewing. Yeah. Now, here's a proposed selector for us. So this gets the diary, and then this does a reduce over the meals. And this is wrong. And we don't actually want remaining calories. We want to have consumed calories. So interesting. Does this probably does not work. So we have a entries. Let's see. So we have a nested structure, right? Because we have a list of meals, and each meal has a list of entries, and each entry then has hopefully calories. So what we want to do is I could do like a nested reduce, or we could do some kind of flattening. Right, so we'll do flat map, apparently is a thing that exists. There we go. And then something like that. Except entry does have calories, or it doesn't, and we'll just have to treat that as 0. Meal entry is not assignable to type number. What is the error here? Meals reduce. Right, so reduce. All right, so right now it thinks ACC is a meal entry. So let's see, what is the... Okay, we can pass in a U. and that will be the accumulator. So we want to accumulate a number. Expected 2 arguments but got 1. What do you... Oh, I see. No, that was the right number of things. Let's do this. Let's make this a little bit easier to parse for me. Entries equals this, and then return entries dot reduce. Callback function. Oh, right. So the reduce needs a second argument, which is the starting value. That would allow it to infer what number is, so we don't need to specify that. Calories is possibly null or undefined. Right. The issue here is operator precedence. We need to put parentheses around that. And now we have consumed calories for the current day's meals. Just like that. I guess this should be select consumed calories. And then we'll put that there. That is not a thing that exists. And then we use that. And we get rid of this. And then in the settings object, we have goals. And so we have an energy goal, which is fun. So here's a thing that I've not done hardly anything to support yet, which is that the energy goal may not be calories. Or is it? Hold on. Let me see. I think the yeah, here we go. Yeah, so the stored value is kilocalories. Right. So the thing I haven't supported is that things are set up so the user can say show the value in joules or some unit of joules. But that's not well supported yet. So let's see. What I want to do here is I want to say if we have this, then go ahead and get that value. Otherwise, it's null. And then I want to make an interface. Diary status props. And so we are... I guess I want maybe all 3. Yeah, so, oh, here we go. I'll just say FC diary status props. Return. No. There. Now it's a component. A calorie goal can be number or null. Except it's not calorie goal. It's okay, let's instead of selecting all settings, we already have other selectors, so let's sport const select and energy goal. Come on, Copilot, you can do it. It's thinking. Okay, cool. So energy goal here is number or null or undefined. So we want to make that so that it is at least it's either a number or null. Yeah, cool. All right, and then instead of selecting settings, we can grab that. We can call that that, and we can get rid of a lot of extra words here. And this will just be energy goal. And then for consistency, I'll call it the same thing there. And we need to import that. And select settings goes away. And yeah, so that's all the connected bits. So now the actual UI element we can do in a second. Fix me. Put there. Diary status just needs to be imported. And then if we go back here and refresh, and oh yeah, speaking of which, let's run Docker Compose now that Docker should be up and running. Let me restart Storybook. Oh shoot, you know what? I never updated the description of the stream to say that we were moving on to web app stuff. That is a miss on my part. Typescript React. Okay. Diary template. Editable. Error loading dynamically imported module. Well, that's no good. Why is this not working? Oh. I see. It's a holdover from how the imports used to work. And it did that thing. And honestly, in the components package, I'm just going to use relative imports there. There we go. So that's why that didn't work. Can we... Okay. Fix me. Excellent. Just what I wanted to see. Let's go back to this view. Great. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this over here like this, and we'll operate in this mode now. There we go. And I just need to like implement a little bit of a UI. And I think I have some UI elements that I can use for this. So we have macro stats. Can I see these things? I maybe don't have stories for all of these. I don't want to use donut chart. Total goal left chart. Here we go. Yeah, so maybe this UI element, the total goal left chart, is what I want to use. So, total goal left chart. Yeah, something like that. Except it doesn't actually know. So label calories, kilocalories. So far is a value. I guess I can honestly just plug in the actual values. Type is not a thing, right? Type. What is type supposed to be? Is nutrients? Oh, I see. Carb, fat, protein. Okay, so we should be able to do like nutrients dot calories. Sure, except that's the wrong import. This is also the wrong import. Dot common kilocalories. Goal, is that all of, and there's a variant. Maybe block, we'll see. Goal here, so we're gonna do, add those props in. Calories, remaining calories, energy goal. So goal is energy goal. So far is calories. And remaining calories we don't even really need, I think. We'll see. Property label is missing. So we do need a label. All right, and so that's what that looks like. All right, let's go back to the actual UI that we're working on. I really dislike it when things take over back bars. Or back buttons. All right, so there we go. How do I feel about that? We don't need to pass in remaining calories because the UI element does that for us. Does that calculation because it has the information to do that. So I think I'm just going to pull that out. One less thing to break later. I don't know, just having the values hanging out in space without saying what they are, I don't really care for. I know the idea here was to be like, to try to conserve space in a... Let's see, how does this work? So we have... Okay, it's just one component. If there's no goal, we do things one way. And if there is a goal, we do things a different way. Can we just... How bad is it if we say goal there? Oh, that's not great. I don't like that. What if... Ooh. Can we do an icon? Target icon. Now, I don't know if there is a target icon. I don't even remember how to like import. There's not a target. No. Let's do it this way. Icons, IronX, icons, material UI. There should be a search. Just highlight off, crisis alert, mode standby, ads click. How about goal? Flag circle could be a thing. It's thinking. There we go. I need to do something about the alignment. So that amount is like so far. Okay, I think I want to have total left and goal instead of total goal and left. And then I also need to figure out so far goal left percent. These need to be like vertically aligned. How does one do that? Vertical line. You don't. Hold on. Material UI icons. Align vertically. Vertical line text. Yeah, you would think so. Definitely not any of those things. It's not inline or table cell element, right? This SVG. So font size of this SVG element is 1.5 rem. What's the font size here? Font size 1.5 rem. Ah, interesting. Word wrap. Nope, still does not help, does it? What if... Material UI... MUI, icon, SVG... vertical align text. Text vertically aligned with inline SVG icons. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Display inline block. No, what am I missing here? Padding, margin, display, vertical align middle. Oh, the SVG is not in the span. Where did I... Here it is. What if I were to move the icon out of the span? Right. Let's reload and get rid of all the extra CSS I just added. So that is vertically aligned. We just need to fix the... Let's see here. So we have some custom styling here that's doing some magic. All right, we're using red. Right. It's kind of awkward. Oh yeah, that's also why the changing around the order of the elements didn't change anything, because it's controlled by template area stuff, right? So this needs to change. There. Now the goal is over there. But no, I think I'll leave off the icon. I also don't need to change the order of that now. It doesn't do anything. See? Can we do anything about the alignment of this percentage? Okay, percent. Or was that on purpose? Which style are we using for diary status? Oh, let's do inline. What does that look like? Oh, no, I don't really want that. That's for a more compact view where we have a bunch of different other UI elements in play. I guess I'll. Okay, so we are using block. Whoops. So goal. Where's that percentage then in the grand scheme of things? So that's percent, but that's not a template area. It is here, but not here. That's interesting. Percent? Did we just miss? Okay, that's good. Can we make percent align vertically? Definitely not through any of that, but align content. No, that's a flex thing. How do we? Yeah, I know. It's trying. That is not gonna work though. Align content. Doesn't do anything either. Nor do I. I wasn't thinking it was going to. Or did that do something? Oh, that did that. Okay, I don't care about that. I mean, to be fair, it is vertically aligned. The issue is that the thing that is holding the progress bar is itself not really aligned in the bar. Maybe I could fix that. Top 50%. Minus calc. Wait, what is top doing here? Wait, actually, what is top doing there? Right, so bar is here, and that has position relative. And then I'm confused. Oh, I see. I'm looking at the padding. Right, so the issue is that this area here has, or not padding, but margin rather. It has this margin. 1 rem. What if I were just to decrease the margin top? Yeah. Okay, so what controls that? Oh yeah, I can just change this. 0.6 rem. There. That is good enough. I think lunch has arrived, so I think I'm gonna stop things here for today with a little bit of progress, because I want to eat and I can use this to keep track of how many calories I have left day by day. Yeah, all that fake data is fine. We have our new selectors and our slice for Redux. We have import. We have diary status. Yeah, that's all still true. Fixed what is sort of a bug, like this shouldn't be visible if you're not on an editable diary page. And oh yeah, so we didn't end up using the target icon, but that's fine. Some other UI tweaks to the total goal left chart, which is used in other places, that I think will be good. So we're going to call this diary status feature. Show total days, calories, and what's left. All right, let me get that PR opened. Just ignore all of the dependent bot upgrades for today. And set this to enable auto merge. Let's check in really quick on the other PR. Did that get merged automatically? It did. All right, so that fix is not exactly shipped, but it's merged. All right, so that's going to be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. We'll be picking up more coding next Sunday, and other streams throughout the week as per the schedule. All right. Thanks again. Take care for now. Till next time. Bye-bye.